Hey guys, so just got to Good Life. We're gonna go do a leg workout. I'll record most of it for you guys, but I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to it.
I've been running from the pain, trying not to feel the same, but it's a shame that we miss again. See, my confidence is shaking and my heart is feeling vacant, so you try to fill it in. So I don't know how to love, baby. I know I need some pain, so I can learn how to love.
Hey guys, so started off with some sumo deadlifts today for my glute and hamstring focused leg workout. I did do some glute activation drills before I did the sumo deadlifts. So I did like band walks, I did glute bridges, and then I also did some clamshells just to help open up the hips and make sure that everything was feeling good and okay before I did my deadlifts. Sometimes I feel like some things are a little bit stiff or tight, so I use those as an indicator to see kind of where we're at for the day. And yeah, so that's just kind of like what I do personally, but these went really well today. I actually got up to like 145, I think, which I haven't lifted that heavy in a while, so that was kind of nice. After the sumo deadlifts, I got into some leg press. With the leg press, I like to keep my feet high and wide to target my hamstrings and my glutes. Sometimes I'll put the feet closer together or down if I want more of like a quad focus, but today was hamstrings and glutes, so just kept them a little bit higher. I did start off with 4 plates and then did 8 to 10 reps for 4 sets, and then I took 1 plate off from either side and repped out for 15 to 20 reps, and my legs were dead, especially after the sumo deadlifts. Like I said, I haven't lifted that heavy in a while, so to go right into this was actually pretty, it hurt like hell. But it was good, like a good hurt. And sometimes I will superset, or not superset, but I will follow up my sumo deadlifts with like a hip thrust or something like that. Today I just felt like keeping it really direct, and it worked wonders. Like, this was a really good leg day. So took off one of the plates, and then here I'm doing the 15 to 20 reps, and yeah. After the leg press, I got into the reverse lunge. With the reverse lunge, I like to use a barbell and put it behind my back. If you don't find this as comfortable, or if it hurts your neck, you can definitely use dumbbells or kettlebells as well. With the reverse lunge, the biggest thing that I see that goes wrong with these is when you're doing a reverse lunge, you really want to make sure that you're driving up through the front leg and squeezing the glute as hard as you can, and really having that mind-muscle connection when you're doing this movement is super important. It burns a lot of calories, and it's also just amazing for shaping and toning and building those legs and those glutes if you're doing it properly. Otherwise, it can be like a really lazy activity that turns more into like a cardio session. So make sure that you're really focusing on that front leg and not pushing off with the back leg. Cheater, pumpkin eaters. I see that all the time. So focus on the front leg, don't push off with the back leg, and make sure that you're focusing on your glutes, guys, and you'll be golden. The next thing that I did was some overhead press. I haven't been able to work shoulders in a while, so I wanted to incorporate some shoulders in here. The nice thing too is that when you do lower body movements and then you switch to upper body, you're getting the blood flowing, which can also burn some more calories, which is nice. So dropping the shoulders down and really engaging my lats as I push above everything. Think of it this way: your shoulders and your body shouldn't move with you as you come up. It should be your shoulders are locked, or like your shoulder blades are locked in, and it's just your arms moving up and really focusing on like basically building those caps. From there, I got into some more shoulder press. I like using dumbbells instead of barbells for this. I would definitely recommend using a dumbbell instead of a barbell. But I supported my back onto the machine and then did some more pressing. Definitely use dumbbells for this. It just wasn't the greatest feeling with the barbell. It just wasn't a good spot for my shoulder, so don't recommend. The last exercise we got into was some pull-ups. I like to finish off on this machine. I don't like doing pull-ups with just a band at the end of my workout, just because I just find that if anything's fatigued, it's just a risk for injury. If you're good at them, that's awesome, but I prefer to use the machine for the end of my workout. Hey guys, so I just finished up legs at the gym, and a lot of the content that I've been doing lately has been about fat loss, especially on YouTube and on Instagram. So fat loss isn't like the only thing that matters, but right now I'm gonna cut, and this series is about losing weight. So that's why primarily most of my content is about fat loss, but there is room for like hypertrophy as well as strength and stuff like that. So it's not that I'm avoiding or like not covering those topics. It's just I want to give you guys as much content as I can on fat loss, and then we'll get into like hypertrophy and that kind of stuff once that becomes more prevalent. So the biggest difference I find when I have my focus on leaning down or cutting down instead of like bulking or working on building muscle, that I really do prioritize cardio a little bit more. So my cardio, my diet is definitely going to be a little bit more on point than when I'm bulking or trying to gain muscle, because there's a little bit more room for like the fun stuff. There's a little bit more room to like kind of do cardio twice a week instead of like 3 or 4 times a week, that kind of thing. So that's the biggest difference that I find personally, and that's kind of like the way that I structure it. Strength training is still my number one. Always make sure that I get my session in, but I just make sure that I always get my cardio in as well. So now it's kind of like having 2 workouts to do instead of 1. And I always make sure that my diet is on point as well. So I picked up some shrimp, guys, because there was no chicken under like $37, and that was just ridiculous. And I also have some veggies, some croutons, 2 things of fruit for my smoothies, some vegetables, and some lettuce for the Caesar salads that I like to make. Got some milk for coffee and cereal and that kind of thing, and then we have our fries as well. So I will have to go back out and get more meat, but for now, this will do until chicken is a little bit cheaper.